Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be looking at the difference between a wet toto and a slippery toto, because I'm very sure a lot of you guys don't know the difference between the wet one and the slippery one. A lot of you don't even know that there is a slippery one. Many of you think that everything ends on the wetness, but if you listen and pay closer attention, you understand the difference between the wet toto and the slippery toto. So guys, welcome once again. Now, before I dive into the matter of the day, let me quickly highlight what I mean by a wetness. When you talk about wetness, you're talking about fluid. I'm talking about those fountains of water, those aquas, those living waters that normally drip from a woman's Jerusalem. That is what you mean by wetness. And a woman is wet can mean a lot of things. Some women are naturally wet, while some women are things that you put down there that can make her to be wet. Now, what are the difference between that wet toto and a slippery toto? Because some guys don't even know that there is something called a slippery toto. Not all toto are wet and not all toto are slippery. So before a woman can produce a slippery toto, she needs to be wet. She needs to be wet. And some of those slippery toto comes as a result of two things, two good things. Either the woman is ovulating. Yes, when she's ovulating, some women will start producing some aquas that is different from the normal aquas that you're seeing. That's the moment you'll be knocking a woman. Everywhere will be so calm. Everywhere will be so sleepy. Why? Because the woman has a slippery toto. Yes, because technically speaking, it's not every woman that has a slippery toto. If you jam a woman that has a dry toto, do you expect her down there to be slippery? No, it's not ever going to be slippery. Then another thing that can generate a woman to have a slippery toto or produce that slippery things is when that woman has reached cloud 9. When she reach cloud 9, forget it. When you do something wonderful, when you knock a woman so well, when you knock a woman and her legs are shaking, she will begin to produce the slippery things. And it is that slippery thing that make you to last longer. See, for you to last longer in a woman, it's not the wetness. Because so many of you think that pulling your saliva down there is one thing that can lead you to last longer, last 30 minutes, last 1 hour. Some of you think that it is also one thing that can make the knocking. But the fact that you pour the saliva there cannot make a toto to be sleepy. Sometimes those saliva that you're pouring there can even dry up before you say jack. It will dry off because this is just you making a way, clearing a way for you to penetrate inside. And another thing, many of you always mistake thinking that pouring your last Friday night virgin olive oil can make the toto to be sleepy. No, it aren't going to make a toto sleepy. See, the only thing all these lubricants you guys are pouring can ever do for you is for you to penetrate inside. That's all. It's just going to make you penetrate inside. That's the ritual meaning between a wet and a slippery toto. Because when you come across the slippery one, you will bear me witness that you are going to last longer. But when you come across the toto that is very, 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 very wet, you come across the toto that you apply the lubricants, or you come across the toto that you apply olive oil, or the one that you are pouring your saliva, which is hygienically not okay and wise, you will become a 2 minutes man. Before you say jack, it will dry off. If it's not the fan that dries it off, it is the AC that dries it off, or natural air will just dry everything off. So I know at this point, so many of you will be saying there is nothing like a slippery toto. There is nothing like a slippery toto. Ask yourself that you last long. Is it the lubricant you applied that made you to last long? It's not the lubricant. So use your brain. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll see you guys in some other time. Bye for now.